If it's gone beyond a certain point, you will know it's fermented beyond a point where you should not eat. There are cultures where meat is fermented, literally rotting is considered gourmet. There are parts of the world where it is eaten like that. This is the worst way to eat it, but in those cultures it's become gourmet because these were cultures which were in extreme cold or removed from the rest of the world for large parts of the year. If they had to eat food, they had to learn to eat and enjoy rotting meat, otherwise they would be dead probably in those days. Similarly, I know this is a dangerous terrain to walk into in Western world. Cheese, which is also comes from that kind of thing. When winters came, people would have nothing to eat to keep their calories going, the only way was cheese. These are all the most terrible things to eat, if you ask me, if you are thinking of perception. When we look at perception, the way to look at it is, whatever makes your body heavy and opaque in your experience, makes you feel the body is lumbering to digest that, that's not good for your perception, because body is made like this. If any one activity takes too much energy and effort, the other activities will recede. It's as simple as that. Suppose you're using your phone playing too many videos, when you want to make the call, there's no power, the battery's out. It's just like that. You're using it too much on one level, another level goes down. So to keep the digestive process being a survival process, to keep it at where it should be, nothing more, nothing less, is important. Some fermentation will multiply the gut biome in many ways. So, when it comes to fermented food, it should be under your control. For example, in southern India, one fermented substance which is consumed daily in breakfast is idli, dosa. If you go north of Bangalore, we will not touch it. At least I will not. Because one thing, the idli feels like a golf ball. In the south, idli feels like a flower. As you go north, it becomes a golf ball, you could play with it. And they don't know how to ferment. They have over-fermented it all the time. So in south, it's becoming difficult there also. Otherwise, every woman at home would know, she'll just always with little finger, they touch it like this. No, this can't be used. They would simply know. Or if you're not very sensitive, if you smell it, if it's gone beyond a certain point, you will know it's fermented beyond a point where you should not eat. So this kind of fermented thing, we always go and offer to our flowering plants, because they flower better when they get this fermented dough. But once we see that it's fermented beyond that, we don't eat. The next thing is the curd, or what you call as yogurt. It is just overnight fermented, it must be still sweet. If it's becoming sour, little sourness is okay, if it crosses that, we won't eat. Because if you ferment it beyond a certain point, then it creates a biome of its own, not support your biome. Little fermentation adds fuel to the existing stuff that is… Your stomach or your alimentary canal is fermentation, but it is a certain… fermentation is a certain culture, all right? Is it the right word, sir?
Yeah.
It's a culture.
Yeah.
It is a certain culture. So you want to culture this in a certain way that's beneficial for you, not simply culture it whichever way. If your stomach feels like a beer factory, then what? You were talking about perception. If you're talking about perception, your stomach should send signals to become more and more alert and sharp. If it makes you like this, then where is the perception?